G'day and welcome back to DuckZorly Gaming and our Let's Play series here on Fenton Forest Farm. And we are excited to see some new equipment come to the farm. And we have all this wonderful John Deere equipment. No, no, no. Please, no. No, 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 no. G'day and welcome back to DuckZorly Gaming and our Let's Play series here on Fenton Forest Farm. No, it's okay. We haven't got any of those green things on our farm. It was just a nightmare. It's okay. We're back to normal. All's well that ends well. But we have got a whole pile of new, wonderful green class equipment on the farm. Yes, that's right. Giants have released its Platinum Edition, otherwise known as the Class DLC. And we are up and running with it all here on Fenton Forest Farm. Now, a couple of things. Lots of things have happened, and that's why we haven't sort of updated our videos for Fenton Forest in a while, because there was a few conflicting things that happened. First off, Stevie released 2 updates to the map, Update 8, Update 9. They incorporated a few different changes, new placeables under the global company scripting, new animal placeables, all that sort of stuff. So there's been some significant changes. The update 8, I think it was, actually required a full rework of the save game because of what happened in the background of the map itself. So we had to restore everything back to as close as possible. So because we had to do that anyway, I decided to hold off until we had the Platinum Edition or Class DLC launched. So there's that part of it. There's also been the fact that obviously with those new additions and that, we've had to play around with some other settings, all that sort of stuff, and we've got that fine-tuned now. So what we've got is we're back to basically where we were. All the crops have been prepared and put back to the same growth state that they were when we last left you. We have sold off a lot of our equipment and changed it over to equipment from the Platinum DLC. So for instance, the Lexion combine harvesters we had 5 of those, if you remember correctly, the 780s. They've been sold off, and we've got new combines to replace them. We haven't got 5 combines though, we've only got 3, but we'll go through that in a minute. So that's effectively what we've done. So we've had a wholesale change at the farm, gotten rid of all the old class, gotten rid of the non-class stuff where possible, and brought in all class. So it's going to be a classy series. Just by the actual equipment, not necessarily by the content. Anyway, we'll move along. So, what we've got going on at the moment, if I bring up the mini-map, is I actually have some hired hands out busy on field 36. So obviously we had to rework all that. So 36 has now been mowed. We finished mowing and we're now windrowing and collecting all the grass off the field. So I have one guy over there running the windrow around, and I have 2 other hired members of the staff who are driving a couple of tractors over there with some collecting wagons, so some Cargos wagons, and they are delivering that back to the farm. So they are busy running that system around, so that's very good. So what we're going to do first off is we're going to go through and have a look at what equipment we've got here on the farm. It's not going to be a class review, as in a Platinum Edition review per se. That is coming in another video. It's not just going to be a review either in that. It's basically a holistic look at it, what we think is lacking, what we think is wrong with it, all that sort of stuff, plus having an in-depth look at it. Anyway, let's go and have a look at our garage and see exactly what we now have. So the Lizard flat decks, they were part of our farm before. We now have 2 Arion 460s. We have an Axion 870 and an Axion 960. So that's been added to the fleet. We did remove a couple of our Xerions. So here we can see here's 2 of our old Xerions, our 5,000 ships. These are the DuckZorly edition Xerions. And we do have 2 new Xerions. Another Axion 960 there, a couple of Axion 960s there. The Mack trucks, we swapped out our trucks and got the new Macks. So we've got those running. There's our combines. So we have 4 combines. Sorry, I misspoke. So we have the 2019 edition Lexion 8900 combine harvester, and we also have the Tucano 580 combine harvesters. So we've got 2 big combines, 2 smaller combines. We have the Jaguar 960 TerraTrack, as our forage harvester. Of course, we have the Big M. I know it's not class, but it's classy in its own right. In relation to telehandlers and all that, we have the Torian 639 and the Torian 1914 to do all our heavy lifting, well, small lifting for the 639, but we also have the Scorpion telehandler. We then have, trailer-wise, we have two Cargos 760s. We also have a couple of the Class TX 560s. Now, these are the Crone trailers that Stevie, our great friend Stevie, has converted over and given us, relabeled them as Class, so we've got an actual trailer we can use under the Class branding, which is great. Thank you, Stevie. These trailers here are all stock standard. The Elmers, we refitted the Elmers and repainted them, so they're now in the Class colours as well. Headers for our combines, we have the Convio 1230 header for our big combines, and we have the Vario 770 for our Tucanos. Corn headers, we have two Corio 1275Cs, and we have a Corio 875 FC for our Tucano. We have headers for our Jaguar, so we have the Orbis, the direct disc, and the pickup. The Bednars there are stock standard, all that sort of stuff is stock standard. We do also now have a Flexi N trailer. Now this trailer here is for transporting chemicals and all that sort of stuff around. So we do have that. That is a new addition to the game. We have the Disco mower decks. So we have the front and rear butterfly deck for that. We have a Class Tedder. Now again, this is another Stevie mod. So he's taken the, what brand was it? Can't remember now. Anyway, he's converted that and given it the Class colouring, which is wonderful. Thank you, Stevie. Also, he's taken the Profi and made that into a Class as well. So we have a Class windrower and a Class Tedder, which, and again, we'll talk about this in the Class actual review. Disappointingly, Giants didn't add that to their stable in the Platinum Edition. Very disappointing. So we didn't get the liner or anything. So we have two Cargos 9500 pickup wagons. So they're well and busy. Well, they're actually very busy at the moment. They're actually flat out in the other field. We have two Quadrant 5300 square bale balers, and we have a Roland Unirap round baler. The rest of this stuff here is all pretty much old. We have a Class front loader attachment, all that sort of stuff there. We have trailers for our headers, which is pretty stock standard as well. We have some wonderful looking weights for the tractors as well, and that's pretty much it. Here you can see a lot of the placeables now for Stevie's maps. Things have changed a little bit, so that's all good. So that's the equipment we've got. All right, let's go and have a bit of a look. We're going to tab over and find our workers that are on doing their auto work. There's the, well, here we go. Let's have a look. There's our combines. As I hear one of our workers coming in. Do you hear one of them coming in? I think he might be offloading, is he? No, it must be hearing things. Definitely not. Alright, so yeah, so there's our combine harvesters there. Lovely looking machines. There's our big 8900 Lexions with their header trailers and headers behind them. And there's the Tucanos. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do a shortcut. We'll head on over here and have a look at where these guys are. They're all over here. Alright, so there we have, we'll turn off the guidelines. I don't know why we've got them showing. There's our windrower and our little Class in action, going through windrowing this field. And then we've got a couple of guys over there picking up all the grass. Where are we? Hey, we're here. Oh, there goes one of them. He's just heading off down the road. Alright, let's go see if we can find him. Turn that off. Here he is. So he's heading off back into the farm. And he's going to drop all that grass off into our silo. And then back at the farm, we're actually taking some of that grass. We're putting it in two different places. We're putting it in the silage clamps. And we're also putting it in the, what's that? There's no one there. He's heading off back to the farm as well. He's got a full load. Very good. Alright, there's our Scorpion. There's our telehandlers. There's our big Torian with the big bucket at the front of it. Alright, so as you can see here, here's our silage clamp. We've got a fair bit of grass in here at the moment. So we're just pumping stuff in here. And we have one of our old Class Serions, I think this is. Yes, it's one of our DuckZorly ones. It's in the reverse configuration, and that's what I've been using to tidy up the clamp. What else have we got? So we've got to go back through these again. Alright, so we're going to get into some work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drop off some grass initially from here. We're just going to take some grass from the silo and put in the silage clamp. Now we do have to be careful of these staff members that are driving through. Make sure we don't get in their way, but all should be okay. Alright, so I hope everyone is doing really well as we almost take out that header trailer that's hidden in the long grass. Like I said, we've been pretty busy. Unfortunately, I've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die in waiting to get, I say unfortunately, while we've been waiting to get the class DLC running and then getting a time to actually record and all that sort of stuff is the other thing. And the other stuff that's happened in that time as well is we have been able to upgrade our audio. I think I mentioned in one of the previous episodes, either here or Wilhelmina, that our previous preamplifier with our microphone had basically died and it wasn't working 100%. But we've now replaced that with a wonderful Behringer Xenix Q802 mixer, and that's what you're hearing is through now. So hopefully the sound is a little bit better quality than what it was previously, apart from my voice and my accent. But hopefully it's a little bit clearer and certainly won't be as distorted, and we won't have any problems with that hopefully going forward. But we'll just have to see how that goes. So if you are impressed with the sound, or you think it's better or worse or whatever, just let me know in the comments down below. I will obviously be fine tuning it hopefully in Premiere when I do the final edit. But just let me know anyway. Alright, so just going to drop this off in here. Back it up a little bit. Right. Let him offload. There goes one of our guys there. He's bringing a load of grass into the silo. Seemingly doing a pretty good job of it as well. So we'll go off and we'll have a look at him offloading. Now one thing about these Zeros, so we're in the Zeron 5000, I don't think the engine sounds from the Giants version is quite as nice as our DuckZorly Zerion, but that's okay. There you go, he's offloading nicely there. So basically they're doing a round trip. They're going 2 different routes. So on the trip from the field to the silo, they're going via the small village through the roads, and on the way back they're taking our dirt track down out to the west, and then coming back onto the road near the port, and then heading out to the field from there. So that seems to be working quite nicely. Hasn't been any major collisions as yet, touch wood. So they'll continue to do that job for me, which means we don't have to go out and do it. What we do have to do though is we do have to go out and get our Big M moving again. So I do want to get him working, doing another course. So he's going to be doing the other field, which is field 37. So that's the field directly to the north of the field they're currently working on. So yes, we should have, where's our other guy? He's coming through the village at the moment actually, the other Axion, so he'll be in the farm any minute. So in fact we'll probably see him while we're offloading this load as well. Alright. So I am going to give a special shout out as well to our friend Frithgar. We had a bit of fun with Frithgar on Saturday just gone. I'm recording this on the Sunday the 27th of October. You should see this sometime in the week following. But for those of you that are aware, I'm a moderator and admin over at Frithgar with his channel and his Discord, and we pulled a bit of a short one on him, and basically I jumped into his live stream this week and surprised him. But he's been feeling quite ill this week, but he actually, I was going to say in true English spirit, he powered on and got his stream done, but I don't think it's in true English spirit. But anyway, he did manage to get that done. But a shout out to Frith. I hope he gets better soon. But yeah, so for those of you that aren't aware, go over and check out Frith's channel. He's very close to getting his 100,000 subscribers. He's a lot closer to that than what I am, seemingly to 1,000 subscribers. But anyway, that's all good. but go check him out, and he has some good content, and yeah, so go have a look. All right, here he is. Here's our other worker coming in. He's in the Axion. He's going to go through and dump that off at the silo. Busy farm at the moment, busy farm. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come and park under the silo now, and we're going to head on over and grab the big M, and we will get him up and running on that northern field. Alright, so we'll park him there. Alright, so we'll go and find the big M. Here he is here. He's a bit dirty. That's okay. Alright, we're going to take him up to the field and get him started. Well, just in time. There's our other worker flying in there. Alright, so again, we're going to set this guy up on course play, I think. We'll get him going. I don't think anyone really wants to see me mowing fields all day, even though I enjoy it. But yeah, so one of the things we did find actually while I'm talking about it with Fenton Forest changeover is our fields, our grass in our fields ended up turning like concrete. We couldn't move it at all. It ended up turning white, and you couldn't move it. So basically we had to reset everything and start from scratch. And that's why, quite possibly, I'm pretty sure I got them right, but the crops in the fields that we ploughed and seeded might be slightly different to what we actually did. I was in a bit of a rush to get it done, and I just put in there what I thought it was, but if there's a mismatch between the crops, I apologise, but it did take some time to get the map up and running again, and I wasn't going to worry about it too much. And once I'd transitioned over to the new map, then it would have been having to get the other map, go back in, flip-flop, all that sort of stuff, and it was just easier just to get it all done. So I apologise if there's any confusion, but I think we've pretty much got the crops right. If not, we may have switched them between fields, but anyway. At the end of the day, it's all good. We'll be right. Okay, so here we are. We're up at our next field. This is field 37. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're near our field, which we are. Right, so there we go there. So again, and especially for our friend Frithgar, who has trouble setting up his course play courses, we're going to go through setting up this course again. I'm going to give you a brief instruction on how to do it. So, for setting up a mower or using a standard implement, we are going to use this mode here. I can't remember what the mode's actually called, but it's the field work mode, whatever it is. We're going to go to course generation in here. We're going to select our field by clicking on the field, or you can select it via this over here. We're going to put some headlands in. In fact, it doesn't really matter with the big M too much, but we're going to go around. I'm going to do 4 headlands on this one, because again, it doesn't matter. Don't have to bypass islands or anything. Current vehicle position, skip rows we don't want to do, up, down, smooth corners, that's fine. And we're going to go generate field course. That will now start calculating the course out. And there you have it. So you can see the 4 headlands are actually marked up there. And then once it's done the 4 headlands, it'll start here and doing east-west runs until it gets up to the north and finishes up there. So then we go escape here. We come back here, we make sure everything is set. We're going to go to the first waypoint, which is just up there. You can see the marker there. And we're just going to have activated return to first point, and we're just going to tell it to drive course. He'll make his way over here to the start. At this point we can close that off now. There we go, you can see the definition of the field. So all this grass up here we will cut as well. Can't let any grass be sitting there and not be used. He's going to unfold. You're going to be off. Now this is quite a got quite an incline on this field actually. Now look at it, which will make for some very interesting cutting later and transporting. So we need to make sure that whoever's transporting the grass out of this field, or any crop out of this field, has enough power to get up the hill. There you go. He's off and running, so that's good. So he'll quite happily continue on, get all that mowed, and we don't have to worry about it any further. All right, now I think what we should do is we should also check on our animals. They need water. All right, now if you remember as I get out of the Mac, we did set the animal pen extension up and running. So we were setting up the automated, or the piping for the water. Now I'll have to go and check to see if, now all the animals orientation, all that sort of stuff did change as well. So that's part of the change to the map. It has, in my opinion, lessened the impact of the entrance to the farm, because all this area over here on the main entrance to the farm was all wooded and stuff like that, whereas now it's not. So a little bit disappointing, but I'm going to come back in and put some trees in and try and give it a bit of that, that feeling again. Alright, so we still haven't got this finished. Let's have a look. The local plumber will arrive 600. Installation will be completed in 2 hours. Okay, so we've got to wait for the next game day for that. So what we might do is we might go and find a tractor, and this guy will do, and we'll go grab the water trailer, which I think I've left in the pond, and we'll go and give them some water, because I don't want to have any animals die, because there's certain members of our community that will jump on me as quick as they can and have a go at me for letting my animals die. I only had it happen once and I didn't hear the end of it. I still haven't heard the end of it technically, but anyway. Alright, so we're just going to come in here, grab this water tanker. It is full of water, which is good, and then we're going to go up and we're going to give the sheep a bit of a drink. Alright, as you can see, we've got a wool bale there already filling up, which is nice. So we've got merinos are the sheep we're using here, in case you can't remember from our earlier episode or anything, but they're wonderful sheep, stock short sheep of the Australian farming community for sure. Alright, there we go. Right, so what else has happened? So obviously we've also put a couple of sheds in, which you saw where the combines are housed. So that's not part of the new update to the map from Stevie. So now these are his traditional sheds he's used on a lot of his maps previously, and it was on the first iteration of Fenton Forest, and he's actually since released them as a placeable. So that's what we've got. We do love the look of these sheds. Reminds us of all the other good times we've had using Stevie's maps and that in Farming Simulator 17, so we've brought them back. So we incorporated 3 big sheds there to store all our equipment. There's still a bit of work we have to do around the farm in placeables and stuff like that, and I will actually discuss a little bit later, probably in the next episode, the placeables that Stevie has now created. And in fact, here's 2 of those placeables right now. So we have a digestate fermenter and a silage fermenter here. So currently we have started filling up our silage fermenter, which is this one here. So as you can see there, fermenting silo by Stevie. And this one over here does digestate. So if we want to do digestate, we can just dump our grass or whatever in here, and that will produce digestate for us as well. So that's the only production stuff we've got on the farm at the present point in time. But there will be more coming, so just be aware of that. Alright, so let's go and put this away. We're going to be getting close, well, we are very close to the end of the episode already. I'm just going to put this water trailer here, and head back over here and put this away. So yeah, we're not going to be hanging around too much, but we've got a lot of other things to do, and that will be coming shortly. So effectively now where we are, now we've reset everything again. This is the last update that Stevie is doing for Fenton Forest. So there won't be any new changes, which means we don't have to go and reset the map and get the saves going and anything anymore, which is good in one way. In fact, while we're over here, we can look at these and sell it as well. But the other good part of that news is, even though Stevie has said to us previously that he was only going to do one map for Farming Simulator 19, I have a funny feeling he's working on another map and it's going to be coming out. He said he's moving on to another project. I reckon it's going to be another map, ladies and gents. I haven't got any inside information. I haven't spoken to him or anything else like that, but I feel that he's probably going to bring us another new map, and we're looking forward to that. But anyway, we need to really get stuck into Fenton Forest. We didn't get stuck into the Fenton Forest one time, his original, far enough, and we really need to get stuck into this. So I'm going to be dedicated to make sure I try and get into that as best I possibly can from here on in, and we're going to smash out this series as well. Alright, so there's our tedder, a couple more wagons. There's a header for the forage harvester. Oh, can't remember what that is. No, that might be the combine harvester. That's the HS16 corn header. I got one of those as well. There's our recoloured Elmer auger wagons, which we've got there. And there's our Kinsey. We've got a Kinsey there. There's our Swadro. All that gear over there. What else we got over here? Look, go over here and have a bit of a tour as we finish off this episode, just so we can recap all the equipment we have lying all over the place. Here's our Horse Pronto seeders, our DuckZorly modified fertilizer and lime spreaders. They're sitting there ready to go. Here's one of our Mack trucks. This is our dangerous red truck with our big Garant tanker, another one of Stevie's mods. There's our other Mack truck there. There's our animal transport trailers, the 3-trailer road train, and here's our flatbed trailers here. These are the CMC trailers, and there's our standard 3 road train tippers. That's what we're going to be using from here on in. That's all well and good. Around the corner here, there's our combine harvesters, which we all know about. Here's our Seedhawk seeders. So we've got 3 big Seedhawk combinations, and they're sitting in there just waiting for the next planting. And obviously you've seen our silage over here, and that's where we'll leave it, because we'll come back and do some more silage. We'll start tidying all this up and hopefully get this finished in the next episode. Anyway, thanks much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It is good to be back. It is great to have the class equipment. Now, I know my great friend Chris Webb would much rather have seen the green equipment that we started off with, that little bit of a nightmare on the farm. But Chris, suck it up. This is going to be a class episode, class series, and I mean, you never know. I might lower my standards and bring some JD stuff into a series sometime soon, but it's very unlikely. So anyway, Chris, all right, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If not, that's okay. Please don't forget to press that like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And if you have any friends and family or acquaintances that may like my channel and my content, then please let them know. We are on the road to 1,000 subs. We're getting very close. I think there's about 20 we need now. And our main goal will be achieved. And then we'll move from there. But anyway, I'm DuckZorly. This is the DuckZorly Gaming Channel. This has been Fenton Forest 4 times by Stevie. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here at DuckZorly Gaming. And no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. We'll see you again very, very soon back here on Fenton Forest Farm. See you all later. Bye.